exciting. We're playing Happy Together.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Together.
Mm.
Because it's French, right? And I haven't played it and you haven't played it. So it's going to be by Gaël Sacré, whom I have not met. But people have assured me it's a good game, so let's try it. So let's start. Like we said, right? 2 to 5 players, 30 minutes per participant.
Credit to Simon here because this is written in French, so he is translating it through some Swedish filter in his head into
exactly.
English. So,
right. All right. Okay. So it says that we can just read it aloud as we go along. Yeah. Translating it as we go along as well. So it says here that the game places a lot of focus on the happiness and the positive quality of the characters and of the places that we explore. This does not mean that everything is perfect in the lives of these characters. On the other contrary-wise, it does mean that it is about finding comfort and good moments that exist in an existence which is not all happy. So the characters' lives can be quite unhappy, but this is about the happy moments.
Now that we have just turned off 95% of all role players
who
could possibly want to see this.
Right?
What? Happy? I don't get it.
Where's the conflict? We'll see. So, to begin, we are going to choose an inspiration. This is the exact same mechanic in Protopopeia that we were talking about. Mm-hmm. So we start with an inspiration, and it can be a piece of music, it can be a photograph, it can be an object, it can be a word, it can be a place, it could be a perfume, it could be an atmosphere that is going to start as a sort of inspirational base point. So you can go with like, all right, let's take that statue. We'll start working with that, or let's take the concept of community, and this I really like this song, or
I'm all about a song. I'm all about a song. That's
it has to be a song that we both know, and my references are not.
Are they limited?
They are limited really? Music-wise.
Look, I'm surprised. You're pretty widely referenced in everything else that we talk about.
Yeah.
So. Okay, well we can stay kind of with the classics, of course. Maybe that will help. I will throw out a few opportunities.
All right.
A few suggestions. Dead Flowers by the Rolling Stones.
I've heard a couple of Rolling Stones. See, my problem with music is that because I'm a language nerd, I mostly listen to music in like other languages, so French or Chinese music and limited at that I will add. So we could probably find something if we do a bit of searching. But
I don't think we'll have a problem. Hold on just a moment. Now, you don't have to agree to this, but in my opinion, it would be perfect.
Yeah, that works.
It's a great song.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
All right. So we have our inspiration, right? Dead Flowers.
Dead Flowers by the Rolling Stones.
Sweet. So next, after the inspiration, we are going to choose our destination. Which makes it sound like a road trip, but it isn't. So this is the place where the characters will start the session. I think we can have scenes at other places, but this is going to be like the central location. So we're going to describe this place in the beginning of the session. It's not obligatory, but you can choose a place that brings one or several of us a positive memory. In the example here, they had chosen the pyramids of Egypt as inspiration, and but they don't choose Egypt as the destination, but they do a place in a museum in Belgium where there is a reproduction of a pyramid. It should preferably be a place in our contemporary world. What
do you think?
Kind of thing. Well, going with the song, it starts in a diner, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So
maybe this is one of these diners that actually plays actual songs.
Yeah.
Right. Or I don't know if we want to be quite this traditional, but the possibility that you can even play, put the money in the machine.
Right.
Jukebox.
A jukebox, which is very old-fashioned.
Very retro.
If we're in the contemporary...
Correct, but it's also cool.
Yeah.
It could be a retro, cool thing that...
It could be one of those, it could be retrofitted so you get these tokens. And
exactly, exactly, right.
Nobody has cash anymore, right?
Exactly. So,
at least not in this country.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't. It's no fun to swish the jukebox. It's just nothing. It's not very retro. So okay, but yeah, that sounds like fun.
Are we in Sweden? Are we in?
I was going to ask you, but it seems like Sweden would be
France,
fun. Or for a reference point, we could be in Sweden because it seems that kind of kitschy feature to an otherwise fairly normal diner could give it its little edge.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could be in a not a. It's a diner in like a smaller, not a small village, but a smaller town.
Yeah, and it's
like a bit up north, perhaps, with a bit of wild.
I'm thinking of a place where you would actually get lunch, because a fika place would never have something like that.
No.
Never. So, but a lunch place where you could get a burger or a pizza or eat a Swedish food too. At the bar, the meatball bar. Seems about right to me.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, like it says, we should play in our preferably in our contemporary world. We can, if we want, include as they say, light touches of the supernatural. If so, we should define it clearly before we stop playing. I don't feel that this really makes sense in this game, so let's skip that.
I guess that's to make sure that everybody knows it's a real role playing game.
right, exactly. Yeah. We have it's a nice like kitchen sink drama, but with magicians.
That work.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's all right. Next, we're going to define our carnal envelopes. aka characters.
That's interesting.
It's an interesting term. I'm not sure why.
There is the English phrase "fleshly envelopes," which is a standard
term.
Right?
That's true. I'm going with It's just me going with charnel, but it doesn't have the same connotation. Obviously, in English, that sounds very sexual.
Exactly.
It's like the mortal coil.
Right.
So it says you can either play yourself or create a character. I'm a bit scared of playing myself, so
I'm already too invested through the song, so it's got to be somebody else.
Yep.
So
so there are a bunch of questions on the next page.
Okay.
So we are. Let's see. Choose a person or a character with whom you feel you feel a certain kinship or with whom you feel comfortable, and it should be in the same sort of vibe as the inspiration and the destination that we have established. So we have the following questions, and we'll both respond to them, I guess. Should we do one question, we both respond, and then we proceed to the next one? Or do you want to do one character at a time?
Maybe it's more social to go piecemeal, but on the other hand, it's more like making up a character to just do it all the way through.
But on the other hand, I feel like we can play a bit off each other when we do...
So what is...
so it also specifies here, only answer the questions that seem important to you.
I see. Okay.
So if you want, you can say, no, never mind. Yeah. That's not interesting for where this character is going. So the first question is, it's a bit weird phrasing, but what is the thing that you prefer in the world? So I guess what is the thing that you what is a really important thing for you?
Yeah, what do you value
in the world? What do you value? The next, I'll run through the questions first, right? So we get a feel for them. So that's the first question. The second one is, who is the most important person for you?
This is just like Legendary Lives.
Yeah,
except there you roll.
Yeah, there you roll. Here we could just grab Legendary Lives and we'll roll up characters. We don't have to do all these choices. So what is important to you? Who is the person who's the most important for you? To you? What do you do? How do you occupy your days? How do you spend your time? What do you like to do in your spare time? So I guess the first one is more oriented to work if you have one. What is your guilty pleasure? Or your cute sin, as it's called in French.
That's a great term.
Your péché mignon.
Well, I can answer that one right away for this character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got one going already.
Yeah, I do.
Then, which adjectives define you the most? What do others find that is special with you? And what does one note the most in your appearance? What is noteworthy about your appearance? And those are the questions. So looks like you've already got. I have no idea, so I'm just gonna.
I'll go with a couple of things. All right. Well, here's the thing. For spending the days, it's sort of managing the image of the former career. Because books get written and interviews and tell-alls and and royalties and reissues of this person's former musical career.
Right. So not really an active musician anymore.
Right, but it was big enough that this is something you want to put a little attention to.
Right.
Every so often.
Gotcha.
And the guilty pleasure, of course, is simple, hard-hitting music. Just simple,
not sophisticated.
Right. This I'm imagining this is a woman who was a musician in Berlin, and it was cool music. I mean, it was the tech this and ironic that and innovative the other thing, of course. All that. But she really does like to kick back and listen to Hank Williams or the Rolling Stones and stuff like that. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. And she lives in Sweden. Or maybe, I don't know if she lives in Sweden or she just knows this area for some reason and comes up semi-regularly.
Right.
But of course she knows this time.
Yeah.
This is a nice place for her. Yeah.
All right, cool. I don't know what I'm going to go with.
So I'm getting it. The notable thing about her appearance is that although she's older, she is surprisingly youthful. And so she doesn't look young, but she acts young.
Right.
Right.